name is Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, and the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels. It is Friday the 31st of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the dollar and the hourly candlestick, slightly bearish start to the day after yesterday's late pullback. You're going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 11.056 to support a run at this first major resistance level, sitting at 11.255. Seen resistance at 11,200 pin Bitcoin back over the last couple of days. So you're going to need to see support from the broader market from a breakout from yesterday's high. That was at 11189. Pull back through the pivot, and we've got the first major support level sitting at 10,923 sitting in play. Bar an extended sell-off, should see Bitcoin avoid sub 10,800. Second major support level sits at 10,723. So barring extended rally, that first major resistance level will likely cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level sitting at 11,388 and resistance at 11,400 to cap the upside. Looking at the MACD, seeing a narrowing of the bullish histograms, suggesting a possible bearish crossover there, and we're seeing a slight narrowing of the 50 EMA against the 100 and 200. So avoiding a pullback through the pivot to sub 11,000 levels will be key through the morning. Moving across to EOS against the dollar, tracking the broader market, slight pullback after an early high. Going to need to see EOS avoid the pivot at 3.0415 to support a run of this first major resistance level that's sitting at 31191. Barring a broad-based crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, we've got the second major resistance level sitting at 3.1843 to limit any upside on the day. Fall through the pivot, bring the first major support level sitting at 2.9767 into play. Should see EOS avoid sub 2.9s and the second major support level sitting at 2.8987. Looking at the MACDs, we're seeing a narrowing of the bullish cross histograms, suggesting a bearish crossover there. So avoiding the pivot level will be key through the morning. On the EMAs, slight narrowing of the 50 against the 100 and 200, but nothing conclusive. So need to monitor the pivots, and EOS would need to avoid sub 3s to support another breakout. Moving across to Ethereum against the dollar, again slightly bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 330.74 to support a run. This first major resistance level that sits at 347. Going to need to see another broad-based crypto rally for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high that was 342.40. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level should cap any upside. Second major resistance level at 358.62, probably a step too far for the day. Expect resistance at 350. Pull back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 319 into play. Should see Ethereum still well clear of the second major support level at 302.86. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms, but nothing to suggest a sell-off just yet. And if we look at the EMAs, the 50 is widening against the 100 and 200, suggesting a possible breakout. So a move back through to 340 would support a run at 350 on the day. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the dollar, bucking the trend early on, slightly positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot. 24.30, support around this first major resistance level, sitting at 25.17. Seen resistance at 25, pinned Ripple's XRP back over the last couple of days. So going to need to see support from the broader market to support a breakout. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 23.59 into play. Bar an extended sell-off, should see Ripple's XRP avoid sub 23s and the second major support level at 22.72. Looking at the MACD, we've got a bearish crossover there and a widening of the bearish histogram, suggesting a pullback this morning. Looking at the EMAs, 50 against the 100, nothing conclusive there, and nothing conclusive against the 200. So got to keep an eye on that pivot sitting at 24.30. Pull back through there and expect a reversal back through to sub 24s.